Hey guys, I've gotten asked by a few people for some details on my projector screen setup. And so I'm going to flip the camera around here and give you a quick tour of how this projector screen is set up. So what I've got is basically I believe it was a 12-foot trampoline frame that I took, split in half, and joined it, screwed all the pieces together. So you can see everything's bolted. You know, most trampoline stands are just kind of slid together. But then what I did was, where the trampoline ended, I got this EMT piping. You can get it at a hardware store. It's relatively inexpensive, but it's 1.5 inches diameter. But I added another 4 feet to it, and then got a 90, and then extended it up, and then another 90, and then the other half of the frame is up on the top. And I did the exact same thing on the other side. The one thing that I did that was a little different is I got this projector screen from a flight simming friend who's no longer simming, and it was for a much larger, higher ceiling. So I had to do some modifying. So my screen wraps around the back a couple feet at least, and then I've got it's like a 1-inch PVC pipe that everything's strapped to, and then every couple feet I've got this is like picture hanging wire with an adjuster to adjust the tension, and that goes all the way down to the bottom, and that goes all the way around. And then I did the same thing on the bottom for the bottom portion of the screen. That's fastened in on different support beams, so I've got one every so often. Any spot that there was a leg on the trampoline, I put in an EMT pipe for support. But PVC on the bottom with an adjuster to keep the tension tight. And then also, since this was a much larger screen, not only was it a couple feet taller than what I had available down here, it was also significantly longer. So on this side, it's kind of tough to see, but it wraps around the side, and I've got it going to a 1-inch piece of EMT piping with the bungee cords holding it on, and then I've got it strapped to a support beam to add the tension to it. And between those two, that got all the wrinkles and everything out of the screen. I'll put the actual dimensions and measurements of this screen. Yeah, pardon the mess. It's unfinished basement, and a lot of the simulator parts are sitting down here waiting to get put into the cockpit. But I'll post some measurements and whatnot of the actual screen dimensions if anybody's interested. But overall, pretty happy with the layout. I'll adjust the lights here a little bit so you can see it better. But this 4K projector, this is prepared version 6 that's running. So once I get this all calibrated, I've got Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to give that a whirl too and see how that looks. But yeah, anyways, there you go.